Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and we are here with a review of WWE TLC 2018. The show just went off the air. I got Robert Anderson with me. We're going to talk WWE TLC, and boy, oh boy, do we have a doozy.
You ready for this?
As ready as I'm going to be. There will be some words about certain things in here, and hopefully you will remind me about it. Guys, once again, if you are watching the video, do me a favor and make sure you leave a like or a dislike if you don't like it, whatever. Also, make sure you are commenting in the live chat. If you guys are, I will share whatever you say in the live chat, and we'll talk about it. But we're going to discuss this show, and the first thing that we have to discuss is the pre-show. Let's go to my notes here because I needed them for this show. All right. First match I have up is the Cruiserweight title match. And the match was the champion Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. Robert, what did you think of the build-up to this match?
Honestly, I didn't really see too much of it because 205 Live doesn't get the exposure that it should. But from what I was able to see, it was telling a good story, you know. I don't know. Go ahead.
I thought it was a good match. Earned the grade that I'm giving it. The match deserved the better stage, though, in my opinion. These guys bust their ass every week on 205 Live. And what does Buddy Murphy, Cedric Alexander, or Mustafa Ali have to say for that? Shoulder shrug from me. I don't know. Like, you can't keep putting these guys in the pre-show match. That's bullshit. I'm going to say it. Like, it's not fair to them. I also put on Twitter that WrestleMania, I want to see a triple threat match. Buddy Murphy, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali. And not in the freaking pre-show, please. I think that's a good match. I gave it a grade of a B- this match, though. Very well done. Buddy Murphy retains his title.
I think that's wishful thinking for that non-pre-show match, but we'll see.
Yeah, but why have 205 Live if you're not going to respect the guys? And why don't you use it as like the first hour of Raw instead of putting it on the network?
God damn it, they're tiny!
I don't get it, man. And like I said, once again, guys, if you're watching live and you have some thoughts on this, please comment in there now, and then we'll read whatever you're thinking. Our next match for the pre-show was the guitar ladder match. I don't know what the hell we're calling that match, but it was on some BS. We had Bobby Lashley with Lio Rush versus Elias.
Hey, you forgot. It's the almighty Bobby Lashley.
If I could swear right now, I would. All right. So this match is what I expected. You got the usual Bobby Lashley spots, usual Elias spots, decent match. I gave it a C. Elias wins the match. Lashley gets the heat. Elias grabs the guitar, never gets to use it because Lio Rush is a slimy piece of crap manager, and Bobby Lashley gets all the heat for it.
I think you're being generous with that C because this is just stupid, but
it was stupid, but I knew going in what to expect, and I had no problem with what happened. I predicted Elias would win. Lashley got some heat. He needs some heat because him bending over, that is not cool, WWE. I'm telling you.
You ain't down with the glutes, man?
No, that's creepy, bro. Like, I don't want to see you doing that, Lashley, anymore. That's it for the pre-show card. I mean, what the hell?
Speaking of pre-show, let's get into our next match.
Well, this is the main card, and it's R-Truth and Carmella versus Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox.
Mahalicia, sir.
Yeah, Maha failure, sir. Because this dude sucks. Hold on, guys. Quick mini rant. Jinder Mahal single-handedly crippled SmackDown Live for almost an entire year as his reign as champion. Jinder Mahal, with all due respect, I loved you in 3MB, but that main event spot was not for you, bro. Randy Orton had to lose because of that. Bray Wyatt couldn't have kept the belt.
1.3 billion!
Whatever, dude. I don't want to hear that crap. Jinder Mahal is not the man like that. I'm sorry, Jinder. And your reign of terror is probably done. But we get to this R-Truth Carmella. What was this? Like, so this match is shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. So we have a vacation on the line and a number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble for both the male and female competitor. Okay, cool, whatever. So the two people with the worst records make it into the finals and onto the main part of the pay-per-view. Why couldn't the Cruiserweights have this spot?
The number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble will be a comedy spot now for both of them. Dance break. Yay.
Whatever.
Ooh.
Whatever, dude. I don't get this crap. So, in my notes, Robert, what does this say?
Shit match.
All right. My thoughts exactly. C- is the grade.
Generous, sir. You are very generous for that.
You know why, though? Because they still entertained enough. The crowd was into it. They got the kids involved. They did their dance breaks. You even had the Bollywood boys jump in there. I'm sorry, the Singh brothers, I should say. They came into the ring and they danced around and they did their stuff. Cool, man. I thought what they had to work with was all right. But
why was this main card material? Exactly.
Also, Mr. Floodwater, do not start the dance breaking, all right? I see you in the chat trying to be funny. So we're looking at this match and the vacations part then, right? So they won the number 30 spot. R-Truth and Carmella get the victory. And we look at the vacation spot. These fools are going to WWE headquarters for the vacation. Man, if you don't get this trash out of here, like, who? Look it. Another mini rant is coming. I'm sorry. This is why nobody watches Raw. This is why this show is a piece of shit.
Get him.
Because of shit like this. Who wrote that we were going to go to the WWE headquarters? Assholes. You could go there any other time, dude. Like, why would you have that? I don't... Oh, my God, dude. Who writes this shit? I've used shit like 5 times. I rarely curse in my videos usually. Who writes this, though, man? Vince McMahon, tomorrow night, you guys can cheer him when the music happens and all that, but I'm with Salamonster. When he comes out, you better freaking boo that man so he knows this show sucks, and you better change the channel of any bull craps going down on it.
Quote my man Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, it is time to pay for your crimes.
We get to the next match, which was actually a good match, so I can't wait to talk about this one. We had the triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown Live tag titles. We had the Usos, New Day, and the Bar out there going at it. 3 of the best teams in the company, in my personal opinion. And you got what you expected. The great chemistry between all 3 teams existed. Everything worked in harmony. My only complaint was why couldn't this have been a TLC match as well?
Like I said, give me a chairs match. Give me a stairs match. Anything.
Do not say that stairs match ever again. Man. That sucks.
Get no gimmicks on a gimmick show or gimmick branded show. They still made it work.
Get rid of the gimmicks. Make this Starrcade next year from now on. Sorry, no cup of doom today. We're going bougie with the Fiji water. Sponsor me, Fiji.
This man been in the burbs.
Yeah. So anyway, this was a good match. I gave it a grade of a B. Jinder Mahal and them got that C-, like I said, if I didn't mention it. They got a B for this match. The triple threat wasn't too bad. I thought they handled their business in there.
Oh, yeah.
Kofi and Xavier did excellent work. Okay, Robert, we're going to have a little mini discussion about this. And if you guys are watching in the chat, I want to hear what you think, too. Out of these 3 teams, whose time is up for being a tag team? The Usos are brothers. They've been tag teams since day 1-ish.
Birth.
Yeah. New Day. There's a 3-man trio. I fear if they break them up, but at the same time, some people are tired of them. But I like New Day, though, as a team. And then we have the Bar. What else can the Bar do once they lose these tag belts? So who's your pick if you had to break up one of these 3 tag teams? Mr. Floodwater in the chat says, I'm sick of New Day.
I will disagree with that. I am not sick of New Day, but I feel like they can go their separate ways amicably. Big E can be a big single star. Kofi's time is due. And I feel like even Xavier, they can all succeed on their own. They're all charismatic enough, talented enough to get the job done. That said, I still want to see the Bar break up.
SSDD. I'm not sure what you mean there, Mr. Floodwater. But, so the Bar is who I think as well. But if you break up New Day, I feel like where are they going to go with this? You don't really have a spot. I feel like Xavier Woods would be stuck in the Cruiserweight division or something stupid. And I think he would be a great manager, as weird as that sounds. But
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see him in the U.S. title hunt because nobody cares about that belt.
But,
where is Nakamura?
Also, the bar. If you break the bar up, Sheamus is not main eventing anymore, and I think Cesaro's time has passed to main event. So you're kind of in that,
They're not going to push a guy with braces, I'll tell you that much.
That's messed up, man.
Man.
Rights for people with braces.
Same shit, different day.
Did not know that. See, I'm not hip anymore, guys. I apologize. TLC match, Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman. This did not get a grade because we're going to talk about it right now. There were some mixed views on this on Twitter, but for the most part, it seemed like everybody loved it. From Brian Mazik to the Solo Monster, or maybe it was JD, Deluxe Man, all the guys that I watch on there that I'm fans of, that at least their opinions matter, they loved this. And it was interesting. It made sense storyline-wise, which is I'm not used to seeing in WWE.
Let me just say something about this. It's TLC match. Everybody's been complaining about Raw for the past few weeks. I get it. The results of this, everyone was happy. No matter how bad the show's been, you bought into it. They did their job. Baron Corbin did his job. And props to them. They pulled it off even with the shit.
Yeah, so in this match, Braun comes out with his arm in a sling, and he's still dealing with the bone chips or whatever surgery he had to have. So we had Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, and the referee, Heath Slater, and they all basically turned on Baron Corbin and beat the crap out of him like Undertaker 94 Royal Rumble style. Like,
why would you bring that up, man? That side note, people, that is when I found out wrestling was a work. When they sacrificed Undertaker or had hit,
I thought it was when you found out Jeff Jarrett got to be in the main event segment.
Jesus,
I'm sorry. I'm kidding. But
he's not though.
I want to give a big shout out to Everything Pro Wrestling member and NBA 2K League hopeful Kevin Alvarado, and he called Kurt Angle coming out as well. Kurt Angle also joined the melee and laid out Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin got his ass beat like he brought the wrong order out for Fridays. So I don't know how to
waiters now, man.
Sorry, I don't know how to feel about it. I couldn't give it a grade because basically he just got jumped and then Braun penned him with his foot on his chest. Okay, like cool.
Brings back memories of that Big Show Mankind Boiler Room match. As soon as Big Foley comes out, the winner is Mankind. Get this motherfucker.
Yeah, just I don't know. We'll see what happens on Raw tomorrow with this. I'm assuming Baron Corbin's going back to an active competitor role.
I'll probably see what happens on Raw because I'm pretty sure you're not going to watch, but
I'm not because I'm still on my Raw cleanse. And yeah, I'm going to see Aquaman instead, I think. We get to our next match, which was a tables match with Natalya and Ruby Riott. Robert, take it over with this one, with the storyline with her dad and all that.
Well, we already know how I feel about this. I don't really care that they're using her father's death, as long as Natty's okay with it. But you can be a little bit more creative than this. They had stickers, life-size sticker of Jim Neidhart put on a table.
Fat heads.
That's what they're called, fat heads. Who cares? That's my thought. Who cares?
On my notes, I have this is stupid. They worked with what they had, and I thought that they did pretty well with it. But whatever, man. Overall, what was the ending? Do you remember how it went down specifically?
Okay, so the ending started. Well, first, shout out to Liv Morgan. She took a hell of a bump going through that first table. As you can see, they learned from that because they put Sarah Logan kind of weak through the second table. Get the Riot Squad out of there. They're going back and forth. They put the table in with Jim Neidhart's fat head on there. They're going, Ruby Riott, oh, you make him ashamed, or you're shaming him, blah, blah, blah. You're shaming the Hearts. Natty kind of loses it. Takes Ruby Riott out. She goes under the table, or goes under the ring, pulls out a table with the fat head of Ruby Riott on there. I don't get the symbolism.
I mean, I guess that was her own self-destruction. Whatever, dude. So yeah. Natalya picks up the win. It was an average match, C grade.
Oh, no. We're not done here yet.
What?
Why was Jim Neidhart's jacket under the ring. And his glasses under the ring. Who puts this stuff here? So she puts on the jacket. You're wrestling a match in a jacket. You gotta be hot. You're in California. Sunglasses. You're dedicating these spots to your dad. I get it. It's therapeutic for you. Good job.
You know what? Speaking of good jobs, big shout out to WWE for not having Bayley and Sasha Banks on this show. That's right. They were in Sasha Banks, Bayley's hometown, but why couldn't Sasha and Bayley come out and make those spots for Natalya? You know, she's getting jumped. You get some sympathetic stuff for the babyface. And, oh no, here comes Bayley and Sasha. No, let's keep them off the show. I'm sick of the treatment of those two. All right, but we got the love fest with the other four horsewomen on SmackDown Live. Not to be rude, I'm just saying, what's wrong with Sasha and Bayley? Tired of them being the bronze medals of Raw for the women's division. End rant. Next match was Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Basic match. Felt like it was just there.
Wait,
cool down.
Go back. You didn't give your overall grade.
Oh, I'm sorry. C. We're on another C match. Same thing. It was boring. Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler showed up. It probably dropped the grade down another notch because it's Dolph Ziggler. And guess what? Nobody freaking cares.
Dolph cares.
Later on during the night, Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor kind of had this weird exchange. Robert seems to think they may become tag teams. They're having a one-on-one match on Raw tomorrow. If that's getting anyone excited for that big 3-hour show. Yeah.
A reason why I say they're going to be a tag team. What else are they doing? They're not going to push this to a pay-per-view feud.
I can't believe Finn Balor hasn't held a belt since he came up from NXT.
Hey, he held the belt for one day.
Damn. All right, so we get to our next match, Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. It was a chairs match. By the way, do you guys like that stipulation, chair stipulation? Live chat, please sound off because I hate this stipulation. Me personally. What the hell is this?
My thing is, chairs match. Chairs are legals. Chairs are legal. God forbid somebody uses a kendo stick during a chairs match.
Didn't that happen where someone got DQ'd before?
I don't remember, dude.
Yeah, whatever. So it's a chairs match. I don't like that match, but I did think that these two did extremely well for what they were given. And I think it's because of Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio's veteranship and that they have a brain. Better than nothing at a TLC event, Flood. I guess you're right with that. And that's going to come up again in another match here in a few seconds, so trust. And there's going to be another rant coming too with that. And that's a personal one, though. The match was well wrestled. There was a cool spot on the outside where Rey Mysterio ran off the apron and he missed. Do not X-Pac yourself. Like, not to say that in a disrespectful way, but I don't want to see you rip yourself or tear yourself up.
Don't look that up, people.
Yeah, don't. But Rey Mysterio did a crazy spot where he dove onto a chair. Also, I'll give you the match ending again for this one with him and Orton in the ring when he set up all the chairs.
Oh, he set up like 3. It was supposed to be 4 chairs. I guess one chair was either broken or he didn't like it, so he just got rid of it. So it was 3 chairs lined up. Did he end up using them?
No.
It was a roll-up. Yeah.
Ray reversed it. He ended up sitting him on the chair, and then Ray basically ran over and rolled him up, and they did a great spot. Randy looks like he's kicking for the life of him, but Ray held on to him, and Rey Mysterio wins with a roll-up. That's a common finish on this show.
I mean, it was better than I thought it would be, and I credit that to their veteran experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Ray wins. That was a C+ match. Surprisingly, for what they had to work with, better than average, I would say.
Yeah. Like Mr. Floodwater says, better than nothing.
You got that right. Big shout out to Flood. Flood, you are a tremendous supporter of the YouTube channel, and I greatly appreciate you, my friend. We get to the WWE Raw Women's title match. We had Ronda Rousey versus... Does Nia Jax have a nickname?
The Face Breaker right now.
Yeah, the Irresistible Force. Whatever. Nia Jax. All right. Nia Jax, it's easy to hate Nia Jax. I'm not on that bandwagon, so if you're expecting that, you're probably not going to like some of my opinions on this. I think these two have great chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
I've said it. They had a great match at Money in the Bank, I thought. Let me refrain from using great. They had an okay to good match, and they had a good match here, I thought. Even better than the Money in the Bank one. Well done match, and my favorite part of it were the submission sequences throughout the match. I loved what Ronda and Nia were able to do in it.
I see people on the line say, "Oh, this match was rehearsed 10 times, and that's not a wrestling match. This is just a memory match." Blah blah blah. Stop. Give credit where credit's due. They went in there. They put on a good show.
And the two to tango thing. What's up with this Nia Jax sucks and all that? Nia Jax was in the match, guys. It's not like Ronda could go out there and wrestle a broomstick. She's not Shawn Michaels level, in my opinion. Like, let's take it easy with that. I'm not saying Ronda's not good. Ronda did an excellent job for how long she's been in the business, and she deserves 100% credit for that. But so does Nia Jax. She's not as bad as people think she is. Does she need to be seasoned in a few areas? Absolutely. But I'm not saying she sucks. Shout out to the live chat, everybody who's watching. If you want to chime in, give your thoughts, I will read them, and we could talk about it. Overall, though, Rob, what do you think? I gave it a B. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Awesome submission at the end. I like the little, instead of the arm breaker, she kind of wrapped her arm up like this and
torqued that elbow.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool because she wouldn't let her get out of it. She kept overpowering her. Mm-hmm. We had a funny segment with Becky Lynch in the back.
Shout out to the man.
Yeah. So, Tamina was outside for this whole match. So,
it's easy to forget she's there.
Nia's coming up, licking her wounds or whatever. She's, I'm hurt. And Becky comes up to her and says...
Kathy Kelly tried to get an interview first. She blew her off.
Oh, go ahead. Take it over there, because I don't remember who Kathy Kelly even is. Sorry, Finn.
Oh, not Kathy. Wait. Charlie Caruso. That's her name.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Mr. Floodwater says, I hate Rousey right now. Why is that, Flood? Go ahead. Continue with your thoughts.
So anyway, Charlie Caruso tries to get an interview with Nia Jax. She blows her off. She's licking her wounds. I got beat up. Blah, blah, blah. Becky Lynch comes up. She stares her down. They have a little face-off. Becky goes, hey, remember when you broke my face? Kicks her in the gut. Wallops her into the wall. I forgot what she said to her. She just leaves her lane. And then Tamina comes running up out of nowhere.
Tamina was in the gorilla position looking for a match on the card, but apparently there wasn't one. So
oh, jeez.
I'm on fire tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that, Flood.
Oh, yes, we'll get to that, Flood. We're going to get there. We're almost, well, no, we're not. But we got a little bit to get there.
This is a long show.
Yo, another thing. What's up with these 4-hour shows, bro? You had 2 pay-per-views. We could have split this crap up, man. Just being honest. All right, so we get to the WWE Championship match. We had Daniel Bryan, who was the champion, versus the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Can I correct you? It's the new Daniel Bryan, sir.
Oh, yeah. Hemp, Daniel Bryan, and bum clothes. Oh, wait, he always dressed like that. Whatever. Daniel Bryan's the champ. Pretty good wrestling match I've written in here. What did you think of the match overall? It was a very technical Ring of Honor-esque match in WWE kind of style and technical match.
I mean, not much more I can say about it, Well, what can you expect out of these two? Two of the best wrestlers of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, and what do you expect when you shit, I have to say it, over the WWE title lately? You put this match, it's never in the main event anymore. Like, when that match is in the main event, someone's going to write down, the WWE title hasn't been in the main event since yada, yada, yada. It's going to happen that way.
That'll be one of those facts.
Yeah.
Did you know?
When was the last time this main event at a WrestleMania? WrestleMania 32? It's like, I don't know, man. They gotta do better than this, in my opinion, with this title. So, did I give my grade for the last one? I think I did, right? I said it was a B.
Yeah, B. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're on this match. I gave this one a grade of a B as well. It ends with a roll-up transition. So, Daniel Bryan ends up reversing a roll-up from AJ Styles 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Daniel Bryan's slimy. Yeah, he just got out of it. Proud of him. Good for him. Can we please have a segment on SmackDown where he gets rid of the music? I don't know if he should shave his beard and change his look, but he's gonna change that title, I think, to a hemp belt, or it's got to be something so disgusting that people will hate him for it.
This is all recycled bottles siphoned out of the ocean that you plebeians put there.
Mankind's hardcore belt's gonna look better than this thing. Trust me. But good match though. I gave it a B. We get to the IC title match. I have some words here. Now hold on. I have the mouse in my hand, guys. I'm going to Twitter real quick because I had a comment from somebody. And I get really pissed off when, if you're going to talk crap about me or whatever, do it and read what I said. So I commented to the Solid Monster that this match was getting "this is boring" chants throughout it. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, this was well built up, correct? I think it was. They had it. Why the hell didn't this match have a stipulation? Why? It doesn't make sense. So I felt the placement of the match, lack of stipulation, and the show length at this point, which was over 3 hours, which was longer than freaking Raw, which I'm not going to have to deal with tomorrow night. It sucked. Fine, whatever. So then someone just pointed out to me, or the match sucked. Okay, whatever, man. I responded, hold on, let me see how I responded back to this guy. So, or the match just sucked. And I said the pay-per-view was over 3 hours at this point. I think it would have been better placed during hour 2. The crowd seems decently alive during the main event. Bro, the main event was a TLC match. Why don't you read what I said? And they needed a stipulation if they wanted to keep the people in this, and it was placed horribly. You need a cool-down match before the main event, not your second hottest angle. You can't do that. And then, what was the next thing? Right, it had a stipulation. I felt the feud of Rollins and Ambrose needed some type of stipulation for their feud. And then I just got the performers made that match, not the stipulation. Bro, kiss my ass. How's that sound? All right? Don't you dare come at me with that BS. I've been watching wrestling way longer than you. I don't want to hear that crap about, oh, it's the performers that make the match, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? WWE sabotages their own shit sometimes, okay? So, no, I'm not hearing that. We get to this match. It's the IC title match. Placement. Trash. 3 hours plus. Trash. No stipulation. Trash. The crowd. Trash for like crapping all over this match. I did not like that they did that. I don't know.
I feel like they went into this wanting to crap on something, and oh, this is before the main event. Let's let them know how we feel.
Right. And the other thing is Dean Ambrose's character. What are you doing with him?
Bane Ambrose.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't know. He wears the mask. He's getting shots in his ass. Like, dude.
What's up with these sirens?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. You just ruined Dean Ambrose slowly. Like, you could have just made him a dirtbag heel and just, a scumbag kind of dude. And instead you went the cheap heat route and he's a chicken shit heel. Don't like it. Ambrose won with the dirty deeds after working over the knee the whole match. Ending felt flat, but he got the win.
I like my idea better. Hope you guys listen to our preview show.
On the podcast, you can go to anchor.fm/EPW if you wanted to check it out.
Cheap plug.
That's all I'm good for.
Yeah. It just seems like, Rollins was building up for this big moment, only to just get hit out of nowhere with the dirty deeds. Kind of a... I don't really get the ending, but I guess it's going to keep it going because, Rollins is going to get his rematch and he probably won't win. We'll get into that on another show, but...
Yeah, that'll probably get into more of the Royal Rumble stuff. So, Ambrose picks up the win with the dirty deeds. Grade, I went to a C+ on it. I really didn't think the match was that bad, but if the crowd's not into it, guys, so San Jose, you not being into it, I dropped my grade a little bit for it.
Yeah, it kind of took away from what we were actually seeing inside the ring.
Yeah, because inside the ring, I thought it was good.
And I'll just say this, too. We got some This Is Boring chants. We got some NXT chants. Not everybody was doing it. Those who were, you were coming off weak.
Yeah,
Put some bass behind it.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Main event time. Let's go.
We get to the match of the night, in my opinion. It was for the SmackDown Live Women's title, and it was a TLC match. See how great that sounds? Anyway, that was just me being a jerk to that kid.
Wait, are you saying that a TLC match main evented a pay-per-view called TLC?
Yeah, because we need gimmick matches to do a gimmick pay-per-view. Stupid. I hate this, by the way. So we get to Becky Lynch, who is the champion, versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. I have no notes, Robert, because I actually watched the match and tried to enjoy it. I was scared to death watching some of this because I definitely thought Charlotte busted her head open when Asuka powerbombed her on the end of that table.
Charlotte took a couple shots in this one.
Yeah, and respect to Charlotte. I don't know, some people always feel like I disrespect Charlotte maybe, or that I'm not the biggest fan. That is not it at all. I actually like Charlotte, but I feel that Charlotte Flair is given a lot of stuff. That's just my only point to it.
Not that she doesn't earn it. She just earns it easier.
Yeah, than other people. When you're over, you're over, and I think you just deserve stuff. And WWE takes too long to give people stuff as well.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah. This match had some crazy spots, and I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. We had the top row moonsault, as we can always expect. Becky Lynch with that leg drop off the top of the ladder.
Right up to the announce table, man. At that thud. That table didn't give away right away.
The announce table, she's freaking sat on Charlotte's chest. Like, she jumped off the ladder and basically landed on her. And if you guys have any opinions, please put them in the chat and I'll read them once again. I know Floodwater's the only one commenting. I see other people in here. Let's get some conversation going, fellas. Or ladies, if you're watching, I apologize. So Charlotte landed on her chest. You definitely heard an "oh my god" come out of somebody's mouth. I think it was Charlotte who yelled that.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Coming off of a ladder right into your chest.
Decent match. Rob, carry him to the end for it.
All right, so we're in our closing moments. Looks like it's coming down. Becky and Charlotte are on top of the ladder, fighting over who's gonna get this belt down. Asuka's a non-factor right now. Out of nowhere. Now, earlier I told CJ, I think Nia Jax is gonna come out and cause Becky Lynch because of that whole backstage incident. Didn't happen. Her opponent, on the other hand, Ronda Rousey, she comes out, and it seemed like she was like mulling it over, like, oh, what am I gonna do? And she decided to push the ladder over with Becky and Charlotte on top. Now, who knows why she did this? What her explanation is gonna be tomorrow? I'm thinking like, you guys been talking crap about me for months. How about this? She pushes him over. They both hit the ropes, roll out the ring. Asuka recovers, makes her way up that ladder. She doesn't take too long either, which is something I always hated. Where they struggle to get up. Like, they put one foot on the rung and falls back down. I get it, you've been through a war, but Asuka wins the belt.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
I am completely down with Asuka winning the championship, doing her thing. I can't complain, dude. Who could complain about it?
I'm just hoping this is going to be like a transitional period for her. Like, give her a run. She deserves it.
Great for this match. I went with an A-, man.
I agree.
A-. It wasn't the perfect ladder match. There were some messy spots, but you know what? With the women, it's cool because it's a TLC match. It's gimmicked.
First ever.
Right, and it gets a little messy. It's fine, but I thought they worked well with everything, all the stipulations that they wanted to have in it.
Control chaos can work, and this is a perfect example.
Absolutely. Now we get to the overall show grade. Me and Robert tried to tabulate the scores, tried to figure it out.
We hovered.
It's real close to a C+, B-. I'm gonna go with a B-. Chaos Theory, what's going on, brother? What did you think? He's giving me the eh. Is that for the overall show or what, man? Give me your thoughts in the chat and I'll read them here. But overall, I gave it a B- because of the hard work put in by everybody. I felt that a lot of these feuds had great build-up. Some of these matches did very well, and a lot of them just hit my expectations. When you get a C, it's hitting my expectations, so I can't complain too much about it, even though I thought it was just an average, okay match. That's what I got right now. Let's do some speculation. Show was decent. That's what I'm saying with this. I'm not saying it's the greatest. B- means that it is pretty good. Like it just got to the good category. Like, it was good. But the 4 hours kills it to me a little bit. It was okay. I'm with you, Chaos Theory, on that. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing.
4 hours, that's not even including the pre-show.
Right. This isn't, I'm trying to think of a show. This is, like, go look at my NXT reviews. Those get A's. I feel like I got to do a video on my grading system so that people understand. Rollins Ambrose was boring. I sort of agree, but I sort of don't. I'm in the middle about that. Go back and check out what we said about them. Like I said, I think it was the placement, no stipulation. Like, if you don't give people a stipulation, this is a blood feud. These guys have already fought in regular matches. Give them something to sink their teeth into. Like, we're going to give you this stipulation, make it work. They also can't bleed, and I feel like this is a blood feud. Like, you need to do something to up the ante, whether it's a cage match, Hell in a Cell, something else.
Backstage brawl, something.
Yeah, change it up. maybe, like I said, I think if they have a main event match on Raw or the opening match, it'd be different. I watched with friends and no one cared. I hear you. Like I said, I had someone argue with me on Twitter, Chaos Theory, about it, and I thought the dude couldn't be more wrong. I justified everything I said in a previous claim, and the dude just didn't freaking, like...
He didn't want to listen.
Yeah, he didn't want to listen, and he's still on Twitter, and I got nothing to say to the guy. Like, whatever, bro. Do your thing. Seth, yeah, that Flood, I saw that too. I've been shouting shit this whole review, so I completely understand that Seth Rollins yelled that out. Guys, I'm going to speculate. Let's talk a little speculation here, Robert. We're going to try and keep this under 45 minutes, guys. So, as far as speculation goes, what's going to happen with WrestleMania? Robert, I want to get your opinion first. Like, where do you see them going with all this, and what would you like to see happen at the same time? And Chaos Theory, Floodwater, since you guys are commenting in there, and whoever the other mystery person is hiding, you guys give your thoughts too. Go ahead.
All right, so by now we probably all heard the rumors of Vince McMahon wants, who does he want? Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman, with Strowman walking into WrestleMania with the title, McIntyre walking out. Triple H, he wants Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, with Brock walking in as the champion and Seth Rollins defeating him. You can go either way.
I'm down with both.
You can't go wrong.
What about a four-way?
No.
We haven't had that in a while.
We don't need that at WrestleMania main event.
That's what I like to hear. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Just putting that out there so we don't get WrestleMania 2000. Thank you.
A McMahon in every corner.
Bro. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
He was gone by then, right?
Yeah, but Bruce Pritchard blamed him on their podcast. Shout out to Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson, second best Conrad in podcasting. You know, number one as baby. But go ahead, Robert. So what do you think with this women's match? Like, are the women going to main event WrestleMania? I'm going to ask you the questions, I guess, here.
I can see it. I don't want to see a triple threat match with Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. I want to see Becky versus Ronda, and I want to see Charlotte versus Asuka.
Okay. So
I can see Becky Lynch, after losing her title yesterday, being screwed over by Ronda Rousey. She's on a different brand. I don't know if she's going to invade again, but I can see her winning the Royal Rumble, maybe eliminating Nia Jax to win it, get their feud blown over, and then just going on the main event. It's going to be Brock versus Seth. They will mess up Braun at some point. No faith in this company, and I don't blame you, sir.
I hear that, Chaos Theory. So you both are opposite, you and Mr. Floodwater here. That's interesting, though, for a Mania main event. Do you guys think that the women's match is going to main event? Get that out in the chat, too. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Go ahead, though, Rob.
I can see it main eventing.
So you said that you have Becky and Ronda fighting?
I'd rather see that.
And Charlotte and Asuka?
Yeah.
Okay, well, right now, I'm believing that WWE is going to do the Bret Hart, Lex Luger kind of crap ending with Charlotte and Becky are both going to be winners, and they're both going to want to fight Ronda. This is looking triple threat like at this point. Unless this is going to lead to the Four Horsewomen, that match has to happen too. By the way, how you do it, I don't know. Maybe,
but do you think that what's their names? Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke are ready for a Mania match?
Ooh, wait! I just had an idea. So maybe you get to Charlotte and what's her name at the Rumble, Charlotte and Ronda. This is how I would really want to have it, and then Becky, Ronda at the Mania. But then the pay-per-view in between, you could set it up that Shayna Baszler gets moved up. Shayna Baszler comes to her defense, and it's Ronda and Baszler versus Charlotte and Becky.
But do you see Becky and Charlotte teaming up again? I think it's got.
I mean, that could be the chemistry problem. You put Baszler over. Baszler looks like the genius in all of it. Like, you could use that to establish her. Then maybe the Four Horsewomen, it becomes a big brawl, sets it up, and you save that for the pay-per-view after Mania. Set it up the night after.
That. But then again, we got this whole women's tag team title belts that
it's another podcast for another time, bro. I'm going on a rant.
I think Bayley and Sasha are going to win those belts, and then they're going to be preoccupied for a while.
Okay. I'm trying to read here what.
Becky versus Rousey, the main event. I'd rather see Seth versus Brock. I'm kind of rolling with Flood right now.
Yeah, a lot of people. And Chaos Theory said the same thing.
Yeah, he said it's gonna be. He said he wants to see McIntyre versus Braun.
Laugh out loud. Broken Hardy gets what he wants and becomes Raw GM.
I'll take it.
You know what is that? So let's talk about Vince McMahon real quick. We got like 5 minutes, guys. Let's wrap this video up. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor. Click that like button for me. It really helps with the podcast. I'm trying to get to 1,000 basically subscribers. Yeah, and you guys help out. I enjoy talking with Chaos Theory, Mr. Floodwater. If you guys comment, I will say something back. I will make sure your voices are heard because it's by the fans for the fans on this show, and I want to hear what you guys think. Tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, I'm not watching. I'm being 100% honest. I'm going to see Aquaman. It's a 2.5-hour movie. Maybe I'll be back in time. If my phone's blowing up on Twitter and I'm hearing that this is the greatest Raw ever, I'll go and tune in for the last hour and I'll go back and watch it.
You're very optimistic, sir.
I'm not saying that. The people are going to have to tell me that, though. So, what do you guys want to see with Vince McMahon tomorrow night?
What do I want to see?
Yeah, let's lay it out real quick.
I want him to just be honest with himself. Homie talks to fish.
Who? Oh, Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy. I was like, wait, what? Oh, the goldfish.
Yeah, I hear that. Go ahead, though.
Vince McMahon.
Is Matt Hardy the GM? Kurt Angle? Do you switch up the?
Do we need a GM? I'm sick of this whole authority figure shit.
I like William Regal on NXT. That's how you need to be.
He comes out when he needs to. He doesn't make the show about him.
Right. So what's Vince gonna do tomorrow? Is he gonna acknowledge that the show sucks? Is he gonna?
He acknowledged it last week with Seth Rollins. He kind of have to.
They used the word "shake things up." Draft. Do we see that potentially happening?
Do we need another draft? I mean, yeah, Raw's kind of weak, but
I'm not saying that. But what do you? I don't know, man.
What do I just want to see him own up to all the shit that's been happening lately.
He booked it. He takes all the blame. He gets all the credit, all the blame. So I don't know, man. I don't. If it's just gonna be a new GM, what's the point of all this? Vince has to come out and set a tone. Make sure that you're watching Raw at the beginning of the year because things are gonna change. Something needs to change with this show. It feels formulaic, boring, and the storylines are not well written. I want to see storylines for everybody. Main people, mid card, lower card. Raw should never have a talent problem. Ever. You have too many guys.
Rumble season is approaching. This is my favorite time of year. Don't ruin this for me.
Yeah, and we're gonna get good the pay-per-views aren't bad. SmackDown Live has been just on a stagnant okay. I want good to great shows though, man. I don't know. That's just what I want out of all of this.
I just want you to do better.
100%.
It's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
You sound like a dad. So, guys, this has been a very fun review. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you checked it out. Big shout out to Mr. Floodwater123. This guy is tremendous. He's always been riding with EPW, and I greatly appreciate you for that, brother. Thank you so much. Another shout out to Chaos Theory. He joined us in the chat. He has some great input and insight. I don't fully agree with the Rollins-Ambrose stuff. I do think there's other factors into it, but he's not wrong either. So we're just sharing our opinions. And I love that he came up with the idea with Matt Hardy being the GM. That's pretty cool. And the homie talks to fish. So shout out to my man Chaos Theory there. And overall, we said this was a decent show. If you guys miss anything, make sure you go back and check it out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And on EPW Podcast this week, we will be having our EPW End of Year Awards. Guys, I worked very hard on that survey alongside Robert here. We want to read the results that you guys put down. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make choices. That's how many great choices are on there for everything. For Show of the Year, Male Superstar of the Year, or Male Wrestler, Female Wrestler. Lots of good stuff. If you haven't taken it, go on to my Twitter page, at EPW Show on Twitter, and find that survey. I did it all on SurveyMonkey, and take it real quick. It's 10 questions.
Pin that tweet. Put it up to the top.
Yeah, you know what? I will pin it up at the top of this video. And check out the podcast, guys. Any thoughts that you have, we'll have it on there.
B team, go, go, go.
Speaking of go, guys, it's been a long night for us. We're out. We will be back. Like I said, check out the podcast in the next coming days. It should be up by Wednesday. We will have everything up there. But this is Everything Pro Wrestling. We've had a good time with you guys tonight, and we are out. Peace.